So we had a tremendous amount of data crossing the internet in 2010, 245 exabytes. That's a quarter of a zettabyte. And this year, another data point, this year the world generated 1.8 zettabytes of data. So you can see there's a fraction of that data that crosses the internet. In 2015, the prediction is that this traffic will quadruple worldwide. But the prediction is for Brazil, it's going to multiply by 8. So Brazil is going to grow twice the traffic, internet traffic of the world. And Latin America at large will grow at a 50% CAGR. So traffic requires infrastructure. There's a tremendous opportunity here for growth in server sales and infrastructure sales in the region as well. Why is that? Well, we're going to have more users, more devices, and more content. I'll make a comment on the devices. So it's 15 billion devices are expected to be connected to the internet in 2015. That's 2 devices per human being in the world, right, at the time. So tremendous volume and tremendous shift in the nature of the content. By 2015, 90% of the video, of the content will be video. So we see a lot of this shift in content benefiting and aligning with our strategy of the Visibly Smart second generation core, which is a machine designed to provide visual experiences, right? So this is how these things tie together. Let me just go to the next piece here. We have the Intel ecosystem, and I think this is looking at the opportunity, right? We talked a little bit about product. We talked a little bit about our opportunity in the region. How do we get to the opportunity? So it's a very complicated process. You guys know this by heart. To get to a consumer in a retail store is very different than to get to a government bid, a large bid in the government. We have very different and complex distribution channels that are implemented. And the entire ecosystem covers not only consumer and business, but it covers what we call the compute continuum. So the compute continuum is this idea that you have devices, you have phones, you have tablets, you have smartphones, you have your notebooks, netbooks, all the way to high-performance computing. And that spectrum of products needs to flow through distribution through our channel. So we do have coverage with different programs to cover different pieces of the Intel ecosystem. Looking at retailers, we have Intel Retail Edge. It's a program to train retailers and to train point of sales folks into understanding what's the difference between a Core i3, i5, i7. This is extremely important in the case of Latin America and Brazil because our customer is selective. They will save and buy up if they know. So teaching point of sale people to explain the difference between the products, explain the experience, the differential experience that they will have as they look at the different machines is very important. And we have a retail program where we have interaction with retailers. So if you folks are distributors and you're dealing with a retailer, ask them if they are aware of the Intel programs for retail. If they are not, help us help you help them. Intel Technology Provider is our program for the channel resellers and integration. From 95 all the way to the beginning of this year, we have a very, very focused program on integration. So the idea was let's boost our component business, work with the small folks in the channel that are integrating our product into their solutions. And we're broadening the program. It's now called Intel Technology Provider. And here we have branded, non-branded resellers, and of course the folks doing integration, and a lot of the folks that have hybrid operations. They used to be integrators, now they're selling machines, they're becoming resellers. So the Intel Technology Provider program is available to a broader range of folks now. And if you don't know about it, just pull me in a corner here. I can tell you a lot more about the Technology Provider program. Intel Distribution is a program for our distries, and it's basically looking at distributor health, credit, support, and alignment with the whole chain. For ODMs and OEMs, we also have programs. Intel Inside is a famous OEM program where you put a sticker in your machine and you basically get co-marketing funds to work with us. Probably every time you hear the Intel bong, you have someone using funds from Intel Inside. ODMs, we have a program specifically designed to handle and support them as well. So it's very important that we get all these programs known. Some people are distributors, they know about Intel distribution, but they don't know about the other programs. But you're dealing with people in the chain that might not know. So, you know, my action requirement here for you guys is, if you're dealing with one of your partners that is not aware of the programs, please put them in contact with your Intel representative. The strategic focus of these programs on integration is and has been and continues to be to grow our component business and to establish a very close relationship with the channel. The channel is very fast. It's where a lot of the extreme edition machines are, they show up first. So it's a very strategic program for us, very important to have integrators. ODMs are folks that enable the smaller locals to have industrial designs ready at time to market, so we have that interaction with them. And for resellers, it's really an expansion and reach and influence program where we see a lot of the reseller volume going through the channel. And that's one of the important programs that we have. So in summary here, we have our growth is your growth. Really, we depend on the channel. The channel is a high priority for Intel. The opportunity is tremendous, and we can only harvest it if you are aligned with us and we are aligned with you. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I had asked the technical team what was the issue with the video, and they couldn't come up with an answer. The only thing I can tell you is it's running on a PC that, shame on us, is not powered by an Intel processor. So
that explains it.
Let's give it a try one more time. If you would, please, we can queue up the video for Intel.
Thank you. So I'm going to be around for the whole day here. Folks from Brazil or any questions you guys have can approach me throughout the day in the conference. Thanks, Dana. Thank you.